Turon sin foi Balak Ador and Coda Pelicanis.
Yes, Stofa, like Lamar, Fruder, Gwynna, Brunel, Nachmin
Le Trinity Meteors, Fara Tanya, couple of corn, Fuyisha, Winchlet and Club. August attack set at the top of the D to leave that space on the Himmery TV Steve. Run attack, Tarlu, Gomenican shot, Kruger, Factor, Ma, Glanmire and Chin. They're 5 out all the time with Glanmire. Inside the paint there, an absolutely brilliant score, especially being marked by 2 players. Not only was she able to get in the air, but she was able to score that basket as well.
Yeah, but I think you'd be a better man to describe it with your back to the basket and being double teamed.
Settle in. Let's be honest, it's a huge occasion. It's a massive game here. Neither of these two teams, Glanmire haven't won this for 3 years. Trinity haven't won this for 30 years. It will take a minute or two to settle in. Tashigiri spas the crew Gian. Ta pass Tiva Steve, Probawine, the Leruja, Shin pass Dog Craig Lindsay. What an absolutely super play and a super pass inside. All coming from that pass and that dummy kind of screen for Hazel Finn there. But sometimes people think defending when they're there, when that pass is gone, that the play is over. But there's always that wee kick pass, that wee back pass inside, and we just saw it there, and it puts Trinity back on the party. Being Shelf na Leher Jeg, Nis Monem or a wine Tasha the Kurtu, August Tasha the Golf on the punchy na pass and the bigger pressure Shin and August Shaw, Bedricker Shin and Fag will should punch a Humtussi and Shaw. Eg Tusen Darna Caffrey and Shaw, August coming to Mohisa Orhu and Shin Nak Wilchid, Eg Braher Imra Wine, Moratal, Glanmire, Via Sigahan and Yusner Hanik, which is Jahan Yu, Go Harry Ha Watkins, August Cumber and Shin Guru Kega, Puncha Scorel Cha Okuhin, and St. Cleha Lakkan Shaku, August and Marode Guru Meteors, the Gullah Anak, August and Cleha Shaw Winch Gomea Warhu, and Duhlan of Eokunan and the Himmery Shin Stopu. What a pass! What an absolute super pass inside.
That is unbelievable. And they are dragging Glanmire from one side to the other. Glanmire don't know whether to double team or what they're doing. They're kind of in no man's land, and Meteors are doing unbelievable at getting that backdoor cut and finishing off the move with a score. Yeah,
that backdoor pass and that backdoor cut as well. A lot of the time, defensively, people think that
carrier, and that's what's creating that space with him, that indecision. So Mark needs to make an adjustment, have a look at that and adapt his team. So had a chat with him, see how he felt with this final. Obviously their Americans have been 2 big guns, but they've a very young team outside of that. And I suppose with the Americans being taken out of the game, it's now I suppose.
Sheer Alehaj to score. Ta Evelyn Trihena and Sean. Ta Evelyn Trihena and Trihu Kishan as Jeshakir scored Chicky. August Scum Toma Iron to Leroy goes in air, August goes a chance. Leroy just allow a Hazel Finn. Bugger go Gasta. Allow a Helena Keane. Pass Dog Credge. Mahen Shia Joe and Kishan. Rebound Tower with Leroy. Now beyond Cumber. Tashi Teven Weed and Lena ta Counter Chaji. Shishina and Lena done 3 friendship. Chen Watkins are an unseat. Tetchin and Leroy on Talu and Chuck. Similar Ramon Chuck Cougar Fall. No Tashel of the Leroy Janish. Egg Trinity Meteors. To Puncha Wine. Eder Nafornia. Trinity Meteors. Yafuncha is Kega. UCC Glanmire. Puncha is Kega. Glanmire Bull Jesus. Glanmire have pressed up here.
Putting Glanmire to their B or C game and forcing poor shots out of them. So be interesting to see how they react now.
Especially Shannon Diniger Court. The Glanmire Sheldon Leroy Javeaku. Now Vian Cumber no Via Hugginshire he and Chin. Ta Bumacha Wine Legullen Chuck, Maravi Maraj, Ta Trinity Meteors, Ta Kirafile, Sariha Aku and Shaw, Sakahu Shaw, Nive Shirigiri Fala Agal and Shaw, Aknia Wine Chin. In the blink of an eye, Lindsay, we're back to 5 points for them.
Yeah, and it's brilliant. I think really that's it, that sequence of play. Meteors basically said to Glanmire, bring your damnness because we're going to come at you even harder, and you know, they're really not succumbing to Glanmire's pressure. And you can see that through his team. Yeah,
Shaw Mudge, Jai Momachil a goal. Leroy Shelf the Leroy Jar reached and Shin Trinity, August Goller and Unsi. Ta Brew-Ard, Kurha Aku.
Zone, so they're just going to basically protect their basket now for the next while and force Glanmire into shots and try and get the rebound, which you can see there.
Yep.
Which is a really smart tactic, because what you don't want now is, in Glanmire's head, they have 10 minutes to up the intensity, up the game, get easy baskets, and Shirley basically said their talent and their expertise and where they've come from will bring his Irish players along, and that's the key to him. He's also produced very talented Irish teams.
Foul Janta, August Shelf na Leher Shin Kurha a draw Watkins and Shin. Neil Sugam and Darna and Chagwell Shin. Shin and Tiger Hitchie, Niaka Mission Board and the foul and Shin and Red Chora Tayanu Nikini and Shin B Lawa Fran Tilly Grim Watkins and Shin agus better Shin and Tiger Hitchy and Shin Ach Momacha agus Cara has second 5-10 shot Tan Zonal Cussin Shin Gafoil a Yanwick Trinity Meteors Tasha Darach Neil Shivagal and Spash in a horse deep. First time today we've seen the shot clock and nearly the thread of the shot clock.
Yeah.
Glanmire had 1 second left on it there, and that's because of that D, that zonal D that Trinity Meteors are doing there, and not letting anybody through the middle, Lindsay.
No, that's what they want. That's the job of it, to force really poor shots to keep the Glanmire players are just standing still. They're not dropping. They're ball watching. But
Cousins dog crouch the job they gave Learn. Lay Roger Hevel at Farm or the Kurt. Score! Harvey Towak in Shin. Harvey Towak did the Helena Keane. August Ash the luck. August Archer luck Lanta Trinity Meteors. Ahanella Gunya and a Hassan Shaw. Jai Puncha Eder Nafornia. Shop Bumachogas Troha Sack and Paka. Lehaj the Hassan District Trinity Meteors. August Lehaj the atmosphere in Shaw done Cleha Canish right his Shaw come away.
This place has erupted. Do you know what? Trinity Meteors, it's not that they're working exceptionally hard. Every player in that court is working hard. They're getting rebounds. They're taking care of the ball. But
Harik, Mark Skinnell, Ayarach, the Himmery Soku, could get he should be nice guest election late right. August Shinna differ in the Fernian shot. Knock me in, probably in the late right. Yanu Trinity Meteors. Go Wilshire nice guest chip. Trinity Meteors far quicker with the ball, no bouncing of the ball, no delay, not worrying about the amount of possessions that they have. They're far quicker. Those are the words coming into Mark Skinnell for his own team with 7.5 minutes to go here, Lindsay. Marach and Shin, Mawin and Sheehan and you, because Mawin and Far Kayla, Siki, Kieran and you, Tamar Coachley, LeBally and Colleague, Ben and Kader, Bashir, Kader, Far Kayla, was Ban Kayla, now Lannon, Post, and the Jesh and Shinoku, to Ahri Janta, to Catherine Connor, and ye Emmett and Kurt, or Chapter Statter and Kurt.
Helena Keane, a big...
Helena Keane and ye Emmett and Kurt, a couple of bumps at Harvey Towak Deki, Leroy just jab.
Mary O'Mahony, Angie McNally, to name but a few, and they will be delighted that they finally got back to the promised land. And deservedly so today.
Deservedly so. Trinity Meteors, Curry's Fry in the Blaine shop. She too, Seamus O'Donnell, she's in the Glen of Sigan. She too, Ferrin Sigan, Wee Kelly and Kirch and Chop. Ahan, no help, Pinkade, and Adenia Hannikas Job, and showing you if you're after Glanmire, if you're going to have show winch. Up, Tasha Jontek, Trinity Meteors. Now Jarmid and Kelly Rushin of Yokin Shaska Blaine are there. Now Jarmid and Bumacha Kunis of Yokin Rib Clehan Lay and you. For Ahan Ella Roda Kudjulof and you. But Kay Majorat, Garo coming to my his or Vishat Nice Slacker and Vishat Nice Far. August Vishat Abula and Buish in the Shea Puncha, August and Varnish in the Shea Puncha, August Telchik and Moyoki. We have to say, Lindsay, 60-year celebration last night. The minute silence before the game in memory of one of the previous Trinity Meteors coaches. All of those small wee, and I know it is cliches that you talk about 1% and all the rest. They got them all today, they took them all, but they were by far the better team as well.
They took the 1% and they grabbed it out of Glanmire's hands. They were like rabid dogs, like they just went after everything. They're well-deserving champions, and I know my ex-wife will be very happy. This is her club. Mandy Clark is their manager, whose mammy helped erase this club. They lost Pat a long time ago, unfortunately. They run the Clark tournament. This is a club steeped in history but hasn't created their own history in a long time, and today, as I said, they can relish in that. And I just thought the overall match was brilliant, and they are well worthy winners. To see the standard of basketball on both sides, but pure basketball, we can both say it's a standard you want to play. It's basketball at its purest. They just played. There was no inhibitions, and congratulations to everyone involved. It was just a joy.
Yeah. Cleha Harvey Towak, special to Starrell, the Trinity Meteors. August 10 Calorie Shaw Telchik Mayo Group. Mujgullah Brishu, August Chucky Majarash from Brunny in the Aquins, August Lindsay, Cogart's Rish, the Trinity Meteors. Curry's Fryhead in the Blaine shop, August Telchik Mayo Group. Sinead, Chi Mujer, Scallon and Shaw, Sir Cor, Eveline, August and Lucian, Run to Erhip, Lake the Hammerhut, Nuravina Punchy, Tashel Gogera, Trinity Meteors, Nuravina Kishan Chinaku, the Yoloru, Nuravi Oru, Chapter Ash, August Nuravi Oru, Gollum Kinnery, it's Eve Trayon, Legame Dunglore,
Domino's Women's Super League champions, Trinity Meteors.
Maraville, Lindsay are Archington. Lindsay, you just said it a minute ago. The lift that this gives to the league. We had the 3rd place team and the 4th place team here today contesting the league final. What a lift for all of the other teams. What a lift for the likes of Trinity Meteors. They were 10 and 8 in the league. They won 3 games after Christmas. We talked about questions that were asked of them when they were winning earlier in the league. Quarter-final, and semi-final when they let Leicester and Waterford come back. They will take a huge amount of momentum from this and a huge lift from it as well. One of the big people, the people that we need to really congratulate here, as we said, is Seamus Donnelly.
Yep.
He's taken a lot of these players through from under 18, the 2 cups that he won. Now he can build on this, and as you said, he can now attract more players in because they are now warranted league champions.
Absolutely.
And we'll go back Brian Majarasha Andrew, agus Anna Sharish Erin Cleha.
Good, Lord God, Emer, tá sé bút